there's just mean people on the internet, and I feel like some of that comes from access to like a whole bunch of like echo chambery videos and like I don't know. I mean, it's half of our Facebook messages. We use Facebook Messenger to talk. I don't know if that's a thing people use either, but it's our platform of choice. You can do whatever you want. Half of our messages are just comparing what our YouTube feed looks like, and it's exactly the same. And then all the videos are the same. So whatever companies give out gear to people, they're all getting reviewed on the same day. They're all talking about the same things the same day. So I think that's weird and sketchy. So we're going to be different. We're going to talk about different things today. Let's talk about things that you could buy instead of buying a new guitar.
Well, let's see. You know what the number one thing that every guitarist needs, but probably might not immediately have?
What's that?
Strings. Nothing pisses me off more than popping a random string, because I don't know. I am such an anal retentive guy. I'm like, oh, God damn it, I just popped the E string. Well, let me just cut them all off anyway.
Yeah, well, you should.
3 months.
You should, yeah.
Which then seems wasteful because, great, I had,
Yeah, but then you've got this like weird, bright, shiny E string and the rest of your strings are dull. Change your strings is very often. Right. Back in the day, so back when I was playing guitar, I don't know, 20, 30 hours a week, I would change my strings like every 2 weeks. And you get quick at it. I don't know, I haven't broken a string playing in 20 years.
I haven't broken a string playing in a long time. In fact, not even tuning, I haven't broken them.
Well, I'd hope not. What do you, unless you're tuning to like...
when I was young and stupid, as opposed to old and stupid now.
Just more aged.
It was, what it would happen, what it would be is when I, when you're putting the strings on, you stretch them.
Okay. Well...
And I'd always be a little too aggro with
Well, when you're stretching, like pulling on them?
Yeah. Just
it's not a bass, man. You got to do the...
Oh yeah, no.
That's how you stretch them out. That's for a bass. Yeah, don't do that. We're gonna do a guitar string off as an episode, and we'll battle each other for how quickly we can change strings and how good they are, how the quality of the changing.
Man, I guess
I pride myself on my stringing and setups, but I don't know. I think the strings are a really good purchase. You don't have to buy them in bulk, but I definitely appreciate like the Diodario 3-packs.
Yeah.
I have those everywhere. I mean, not to brag, but I probably have like a dozen packs of electrics and 6 packs of acoustics.
Yeah.
But it's just, you need to have them. Right. It's just like, in the olden days, like you have to have tubes. I don't know how many tubes you have in your storage, but I have enough to retube everything at least once.
See, I don't have tubes in my storage because my tubes are going to last till the next ice age. I cannot turn my amp higher than like 3. I will go deaf in my room, and if I don't go deaf, I will wind up getting served with divorce papers because my wife will kill me for turning it that loud.
Well, yes, but again, in the olden days, I think I would, because they were like what, $14 a piece, and I didn't care. I was like, something just isn't giving me the oomph I used to have. Let's just go to Tube Store and get like put all new in there.
Lacking that oomph, huh?
Yeah.
A little blue pill for that.
Right. Yeah. So then I would just change the whole thing out and be like, I guess that's good. And then I would cycle through like different kinds of preamp tubes to see if that made a difference. I think in the end, I probably just wanted to turn my like signal buffer up like 1/8 of a degree, and then that'd be fine. I think I think tubes are a good thing to have if you can find them. Strings, as you said. A thing I like to have an endless supply of is picks. And picks always end up in the laundry. They end up in car seats. I have them shoved in my wallet. I don't know if anyone else does that, but that's a thing. I have picks. My favorite pick, the Dunlop USA Nylon .73s. I have them everywhere in the house just in case. I have a couple other flavors that do little different things. But this for like utility strumming and any kind of playing. And then not sponsored content, but the USA Dunlop 73s are where it's at. What's your favorite kind of pick?
My favorite kind of pick, I'm just a fan of a good old celluloid. I tend to go with the Fenders, although my in-laws, last year for Hanukkah, they got me like a bag of 100 Gibson USA picks.
It's fine.
Mediums.
It's nice of them.
Well, it's mediums. You're going to lose them. If you have kids, you're going to lose them. Although my favorite pick, this one, I have no idea what brand it is. It's just cellular. It's just plastic. It's probably...
That looks like one of my Dunlop Tortexes I've got hiding somewhere.
But yeah, no, I like it. That's an important safety tip in a post-COVID world. Do not touch another man's pick because it's been in his mouth.
I'm so glad to do this. And then you gotta do some stuff like that. Like, I don't know, like I always put it, you know?
Exactly.
Although I moved the mic around, but I've got my like another thing to get your mic stand pick holder so you can have your picks up there. What I used to do, it was fun, after a nice ripping lead, flick my pick into the crowd and then grab another pick and keep playing. I always like doing that. What about buying some cans of DEOXIT? That's my newest favorite thing to have around. DEOXIT solves everything. Again, not sponsored content. DEOXIT is the greatest invention of all time.
Well, how often are you going through DEOXIT?
I still am on my second can. So I'd say in 10 years, I've gone through 2 cans.
So maybe not. That's kind of like buying fretboard oil. You need 1 bottle.
Yeah, you need 1 can.
Yeah.
For $10, it's like, again, if you don't know, it's a magical spray that like, oh, you've got a scratchy knob.
It'll clean
you got
pots.
a scratchy switch. You've got, I don't know, caked up blood on your pick guard. And it works well with electronics, so it gets it wet, but it gets rid of everything on there. Desmond dumped a bucket of water on his Chromebook from school. DEOXIT. Save the day.
And if you do have a problematic amp, a problematic guitar, the first thing the tech is going to do is use DEOXIT. So, I mean...
A thing I like to do, if let's say it sounds crackly or whatever, spray the inputs with DEOXIT, shove the guitar cable in and out a few times, spray it some more, do it again, clean that right up.
Also, if you buy a pedal off reverb, when you get it, hey, pop all the knobs off.
For like 15 years, I thought my Tube Screamer TS7, not the TS9, TS7 was busted. It's got the big fat foot pedal, not the clicker.
Right.
And there's like a little plastic tab that presses down. I was like, you know what? 15 years have gone by of me thinking this pedal's broken. I'm going to spray that out with DEOXIT. Came back to life.
There you go. You see, if you think something's broken, screw with it.
Spray with DEOXIT.
Because if it's broken, it was broken.
Right. No, broken stuff is my favorite thing to try to fix. I'm not like I'm still learning how to fix things, but like this cable already doesn't work. That's my favorite cable to fix.
Yeah. You can't do it anymore.
Now when somebody's like, man, something, I just need more like punch from this. Don't want to mess with it. Guitar is going to sound like it's going to sound like, but we can get into that in a different day. What about, I know we always share like reverb ads back and forth on pedals. Do you, like what dollar value on reverb on a pedal is the right amount that gets you intrigued and are like, you know what, I'm gonna click on that and then like maybe go purchase it?
I pretty much, dirt pedals, I have anything below like 150 for a dirt pedal is, if it's intriguing me enough, I'll watch list it.
Mm-hmm. I watch list a lot of things.
I got yelled at by a guy for watch listing his thing. I watch listed a telebody, and this guy wrote me a note saying, "Why are you watch listing it, man?" I'm like, because I'm not sure I want to buy it yet, and it's kind of helping you by raising your body.
It's looking more popular, yeah. That's weird. Is that a thing? If you guys know if there's a watch list problem on Reverb, give us some comments on it, because I don't know about that. Is there
watch list etiquette? I do it to keep track of stuff that interests me.
I treat it like my Sweetwater like wish list, because I'll wish list so much stuff, and then like Scott will call me like, "Hey Jack, I'm checking out your wish list, and we got this new with the Reverend Corgan in here. Do you want to check that out?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can't afford that right now."
Okay, real talk.
Yeah.
How many items are on your on your watch list?
Do you want dollar value or total number of items?
Total number of items.
My Sweetwater wish list has, I don't know, 40 plus things on it.
What about your watch list on Reverb?
Reverb watch, well, things expire or get bought. I'd say my active watch list is probably about the same.
I think mine, I try to keep it at around 40. I start doing calls at around 70.
Calls?
I'll just say
calls.
Like, I'll be like, okay, now this is just unmanageable. It's not helping me track things that might possibly interest me. That may have just been, I clicked on that after a second, glass of scotch. So,
man, party over there. Hey, nothing like drinking and scrolling through Reverb.
As long as you don't hit the buy button.
I mean, even you can. I don't know. It's fun. All right. What about I don't think other things you could buy.
I mean, look, as someone who's always trying to like perfect the look of, that one guitar, knobs are fun. You can on a Gibson, you just get a tone, you get a knob puller and you can switch it up your look like nobody's business.
But this is classic. I love these switch hats. You know what though? I will say I have in the guitars back there, I think I have like 4 broken knobs. But to me that's like it brings character. Like my Firebird, for example, when it fell off the wall and got busted up, like that gave it the character that it's like that's what its look is now, and I don't want to change that. Well, it's special.
Here's the thing is, you can screw around. Like, I think my V originally had the top hats.
Yeah.
But when I bought it, someone had put white Strat knobs on it.
So gross.
You'd think so. But
you thought it worked?
It does work. It just works.
It just doesn't feel. I don't know. Like, I think at a certain point. Well, I think KDH had this discussion when he was looking at the Ed Roman guitars. Like, at what point does it stop being the guitar that it is?
Oh, well.
And yes, knobs are fine. I think pickups are fine. But to me, like once you swap out the neck, I feel like at that point it's a different guitar.
Well, what is it? The Ship of Theseus.
Yes.
It's the Ship of Theseus.
At some point, it's not the same ship.
You swap out the neck, you swap out the body, you swap out the pickups, you swap out the
you just made yourself a parts caster.
You have a parts caster and the original guitar now.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know, man. It's an interesting world out there.
Well, I mean, but that's the thing that you can do instead of buying a new guitar. If you are a Gibson person, well, you got your guitar.
Yeah.
If you have Fender and you say, you know what would it be like to play on a 7.5-inch radius? Mm-hmm. And you can go to, Stratosphere, or you can buy like an all parts or Warmoth, or actually no, Warmoth is I think just bodies, not necks. But
Warmoth
the point is,
I think Warmoth does necks.
Point is though, you can try different necks.
Yeah. And
when you're done, you can either sell it or you can just put it in your stock and eventually you'll have another parts caster.
I mean, who has room for a stock of necks? I don't know. I mean, I do have a closet full of empty cases.
Victor Litz I went to one time, and they had like almost like an umbrella stand of necks. It was just like a bin of necks.
Neck
and they were
tornado.
on sale. And at that time, I wasn't interested in doing a parts caster, but looking back, it's like, should have just picked up a neck.
I don't know. Well, thanks for watching. Less fiddling, more playing.